today we're going to go in and we're going to talk about doing a Canvas quiz, okay? And so I don't want everybody to start freaking out and like hear the word quiz, okay? This is really, today is just a practice of getting familiar with how Canvas quizzes work and what the formats of those Canvas quiz are going to look like, all right? And so I'm going to log on here in a minute, and I'm going to make sure to show you how to get in, how to answer the different formatted questions and the different ways they look. And then you're going to get some practice at it today, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open my PowerPoint for it, and I'm going to share my screen with you guys. All right, and so today, really, when you're taking the quiz and during the lesson, we need to make sure you're in a quiet place if it's possible at home and that you have your ears ready to listen and get on Canvas, okay? So if you have a room that's more quiet where you can be more focused, today would be an excellent day to get to that room. Make sure you understand how the quizzes work in full detail and you're able to get ready to log on and try the quiz out on your own. All right. So
I'm very tired.
So when you go on to Canvas, you're going to log in and it's going to go to a quiz. So the important thing is, like in the other days when you did an assignment and things like that, if there's a video attached, it would be a really good idea to watch the video all the way through before you take the quiz. All right. So like today, you're going to take a short quiz over each kindness. I would watch the video of each kindness and listen to it, have it read one more time before I go to take the quiz. That way, when you take the quiz, even if a video is attached, you're not going back and trying to find the right spot the whole time and you've listened to the story again. All right. So give me a thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying about listen to the book one more time before you go through and take your quiz. All right. So then I'm going to go on Canvas like normal. We'll practice all that in a minute. And then I'm going to click on my normal Thursday and all that. And I'm going to open up, and it's going to open up this quiz image that looks just like this. And I'm going to hit take the quiz, submit the quiz. One of the differences between quizzes and what you've done before is if you do an assignment, you can always go back and resubmit it. Right? With a quiz, the only way you can retake a quiz is if I give you permission and I set it up so you can take the quiz again. Okay, so you have to make sure you're paying attention and trying the best you can, because with assignments, if you only do it halfway and you go, oh shoot, I didn't mean to submit it, you can go back and redo it. You can't do that on a Canvas quiz. Okay, so I'm going to show you. We're going to our first page right here. Raise your hand if you can tell me what I need to do from here to get to my Canvas quiz. Somebody should have their hand up. CJ, go for it. What do I need to do? You are muted, CJ. What do I click from here?
Start quiz.
No, I'm on Canvas, so I click on Canvas. Michael, what do I do next after I log in right here? Michael, what should I do next?
You click that red button down there and it says take the quiz.
Now, look, can you guys see my screen right now? Nobody can see my screen?
I saw it.
That's weird. Okay, hang on. I'm going to try it.
All it says is take the quiz. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Okay, so now, Michael, what should I click on? Sorry, that we were having technology issues there.
You go to Hoffman Heroes.
Thank you. Jonathan, what will be my next step from here? Jonathan, can you hear me, bud? Go ahead and unmute yourself. What do I do from here? What should I click on from here to get to my quiz next?
Thursday.
Thursday, thank you. All right, then it's going to open up my daily routine. Christian, what do I click from here? Reading, thank you. And then Denise, now this is open. What do I need to click on?
Today's reading assignment.
Today's reading assignment. And then that will open up my quiz. All right. So here's where it'll show the details about the quiz. If you need to watch the video before, which I would recommend listening to the book one more time, you can hit play right here. and it'll read the book to you. It'll show you some information about the quiz right here, that it's graded and all that. I did it again, guys. One of these days I'm going to remember to start in student view, and it's not going to ask me to edit the quiz, and it's going to let me show you what it's going to look like from your end. So try this again. Thursday, reading. Today's reading assignment. So it's going to have the directions. It says, today you will take a quiz over the book Each Kindness. Read each question carefully and pay attention to the type of question that is being presented. Questions that require typed response must be answered in complete sentences. If needed, you may listen to the story again using the link below. So there's the story. I'm going to then go down. I'm going to listen to the story and hit take the quiz. So I can always open the video back up in the quiz, right? So if I want to hear a part of the story again, let's say I'm on question 1 and it says, when Maya first entered the room, how did I look? Explain your thinking. All right, so it's asking how did Chloe look? So if I want to go back and find that, I can fast forward to the part in the book and I can find the information, right? So it's, and then I can play the video and then I can go type. But in this one, I'm going to type complete sentences. I'm not going to give away the answers because I want you to try it. But I would say, when Maya first entered the room,
Sheila.
I looked,
I looked.
or sorry, no, how, yeah, sorry.
She looked.
Yeah, when Maya first entered the room, she looked, and then I would say what I noticed, right, from the book. I'm not going to tell you the answer because I want you guys to try to do it on your own, right? So then after question 1, I can scroll down to question 2. This one is a multiple choice question. So this one's asking me, how did Chloe react when Maya sat by her? So I'm going to pick the choice that I think is the best answer for that question, all right? I'm not giving away the answer. This is that, just because I marked that one doesn't mean it's correct, okay? Number 3 says, the girls invited Maya to play with them at recess, but Maya didn't want to play with them. True or false? True means that yes, that's true and it happened, or false means no, that's not correct. So I'm just going to pick one of those two. Question 4 is what we call a drop-down question. So it says, when Andrew whispered to Chloe, he was, and I'm pulled down the menu, I'm going to click this down arrow, and then it's going to give me 3 questions: teasing her, asking her a question, or complimenting her. And I'm going to click on which one I think is the correct answer. So if I thought it was complimenting her, I would click on that. Again, I'm going to say it. That does not mean that is the correct answer. I'm just showing you how to answer each time. Oh my gosh, each type of question, okay? Question 5 says, throughout the story, when Maya asked the girls to play, they blank said no. Pick from the following choices in the box. So then it says always, sometimes, or never. I'm going to click. I'm actually going to type. So I'm going to type the word that I think is the correct answer. Okay, lots of different kinds of questions. Question 6 says, why did Mrs. Albert use the bowl of water and rock? Here is a sentence starter. Mrs. Albert used the bowl of water and rock too. So a sentence starter is something I could start my sentence with. This is an empty box. So raise your hand if you can tell me if it's an empty box. What am I going to do to answer this question? If I have an empty box where I can type, what am I going to do in this question? Am I going to pick an answer? Am I going to do a drag down? How am I going to answer this one? If you know the answer, you can go ahead and unmute yourself. Michael, go for it.
By trying looking back at the story or what you remember in your head from the story.
So that's the information I'm going to use. But when I actually go to answer it, I'm going to type my answer. So I'm going to say, Mrs. Albert used the bowl of water and rock too. And then I'm going to type the rest of my answer. Okay, so anytime you see this box with like the little cursor that looks like this,
Everything is fine.
that means you're typing your answer. Couple more. True or false? We've gone over. So what am I going to do to answer this question? Eric, how will I answer this question?
Maya moved away before Joe had a chance to apologize.
Right. So if
True.
I'm going to say true or false, I'm just going to click the bubble, right? So if I'm going to read that and click, if it's true, I click true. If I think it's false, I click false. Number 8 says, how did the end of the book leave the readers feeling? The end of the book left readers feeling. How am I going to answer this question, CJ? What's my step that I need to take to answer this question? I'm not asking you to actually answer it, but what would I need to do to answer it when it has this that looks like this? You're muted, CJ.
Press on select.
So if I'm trying to answer this question, what do I need to do to find the answer choices?
Press on select.
Yeah, I press on the little select arrow, and then my answer choices will pop up, right? And then I pick the one that I think is the correct answer. Thank you. Number 9 says the author wrote this story because multiple choice, right? So in a multiple choice question, I'm going to make sure I read every option and then pick the one that I think is the best. And then the last summary is another one. So it says the best summary is. So it's asking me to choose which one of those is the best answer to tell what the summary of the story is. Then when I'm done, I've got all my answers chosen. I'm going to go through and just pick one for everyone, just so I have it. It's going to ask me, I'm going to hit submit quiz, and then it's going to say you have one unanswered question. So then if it says that, I'm going to go back and I'm going to find which one is not answered. It looks like I did not answer number 3. All right, so I'm going to pick my answer for 3. Then I'm going to hit submit quiz. Once I hit submit quiz, it is submitted, right? And it says that submission details, it tells me the amount of time and then the score that I got, okay? So, and then that's it. Then I can go backward into my reading, okay? I'm done with my quiz. So your job,
I want to see the answers.
well, I'm not giving you the answers because you got to try it on your own. So then I'm going to go back to home when I'm done, go back to Thursday and go back to reading. And then you've got your 20 minutes. Guys, Lexia lessons. I have a lot of people, about half of us are doing a really good job, and I have a ton of Lexia lessons done, and half of us have 0. So when you're done with that quiz today, you have from now until 10:20, you have over an hour, right? And this quiz will probably not take you over an hour. So today, when you finish that quiz, take some time to log into Lexia. If you're having trouble logging into Lexia, you can pop on later on Zoom and say, hey, Mr. Hoffman, I'm having trouble with Lexia, and we'll figure out how to help you get you on there. All right, when all that's done, I put the Epic link on this page too. All right?
Boys and girls, also those, you know that the blue box with the little arrow is the read aloud. So if you need help reading the questions on the quiz, going back to the quiz, sorry, I meant to say that a minute ago, you can always click on each question is read to you if you need it, okay?
Thank you, Mrs. Fleischer.
Sorry, that was just my internet.
I'm going to have you guys type in the chat box what you need to do after you finish the quiz. And once you have said that, you are good to go. All right, so type in the chat box. I will let you know when you're good to go.